Dana Raven. 679, finally locked in at 679. Let's hold up a couple for a photo there. All right, so Miss Dana had to take a couple years off, or a little bit of time off, because taking care of Mama. Anybody you'd like to talk and thank back home? Anything?
Glad my daddy let me come.
Glad her daddy let her come. All right. Sherry Jacks, come on up. All right, Miss Sherry's coming to the scales. She's got 2 fish. She needs 560 to overtake the lead on these 2 fish. She says she does not have it. 424, 424. Scared to get wet after being on the water all day?
I don't care.
All right, 424 on that one. All right, so 2-day total. Oops, forgot to hit save. I'm getting bad about not hitting save. All right, 560. So your 2-day total there. Once it pops up. Anybody like to thank why it's loading?
Yes, I want to thank my husband and my staff back home for taking care of the business so that I could come do this. I really hoping next year that I can get back in it full time. I want to thank my grandbabies. Oh, I was crying. She told me last night that she sent up special prayers because we've been having rough practices. So, Emlyn, thank you, baby.
Let's slide right over here.
So you can say that again to your baby.
Emlyn, thank you for your prayers, baby.
Awesome. Miss Sherry Jacks, they're currently in 2nd place with a 2-day total of 1232. All right, next up, one of our rookie co-anglers today, first event ever, Miss Kate Perkins coming to the scale. She's got 3 fish. Her first ever tournament, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Love hearing stuff like that. She needs 884 to overtake the lead. She's got 847. 847, not enough to take the lead, but that's going to be enough to move you into 3rd place, I believe.
Slide right up there close as you can get there.
All right, Kate got to come fish with her. She won an entry with
right there.
She won an entry to go fishing with Christine Fisher. Christine Fisher reached out to me and said, hey, I want to come fish an LBAA event. She was like, would it be cool if Kate fished with me on day 1, or is that against the rules? It's actually not against the rules if it's your very first event, to help lower the anxiety barrier. Let's go ahead and step out here so people can see you. This young lady is from Alaska, and she's down here fishing in Alabama. She's moved to Texas recently, but what was it like for your first experience coming from Alaska and fishing for bass with Christine Fisher on top of that on day 1?
It was amazing. Definitely different from Alaska fishing, I can tell you that. There's so many different ways to fish for one fish. It's absolutely unbelievable. But I'm hooked. I'm ready to come back for more.
Awesome. So you got to fish with, was it Ann Carroll today?
I did.
How was it like fishing with Miss Ann Carroll?
She was amazing. She took us to the perfect spots, I'd say, and she's so very nice. So I loved everybody here.
Awesome. So we're going to see you back next year then?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Give her a round of applause in her rookie event, Miss Kate Perkins. Secret York, come on up. She was leading angler of the year coming into this event. All right, 577 on that official weight. You want to hold up one for a photo or no? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Awesome. All right, I'll get those. She said no photos needed. Said to not make it there, so got a 2-day total of, oops, I forgot to hit save. All right, so you waited 577. That's going to put you back in the lead, right? If it updates with a total of 1367, so another lead currently. Abby's getting on to me.
Abby, I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault. I got this new podium so I can hold more stuff up here so we can do more and eventually have walk-up music and stuff, but it's a lot to take on and it blocks the view. Brand new leader. You've not finished in the top or outside of the top 3 since I've been around. Last year at the Classic and this year every single event. What would it be like to win another one?
It'd be awesome. I'd love it. I had to thank my partners. I had Linda Gessner yesterday, and she struggled a little bit, but she kept her head, kept her composure. And these lakes can humble you. You think you got it, and they can humble you in a heartbeat. This lake's really, really, really pressured. It's a way better lake than it shows, but the pressure just really messes it up. I don't care who you are, what tour out there. Then today I had Jen Nolan. She's one of them that come up from the kayak thing, and she can drive the boat. she can drive that boat a whole lot better than I could push a kayak. So, but she's learning, and she's asked a lot of questions. She's inquisitive. She's right where she needs to be. She's going to move up pretty quick. Which from the kayakers, I said, well, at least I know they got really, really, really good casting skills, and they can land the fish. They can land fish better than I can in a bass boat. So, but it's fun. You know, I like going with different anglers and trying to figure out what they're doing, and then I have to try to figure it out behind them. It's kind of a little bit of a challenge, and a lot of times I'm not doing what I want to do, but that's the game that I wanted to get into. I wanted to learn, you know, from all the other ladies. And people, me and Jen talked about today, there's a lot of ladies out there probably watching right now. They say, well, I'd like to do that, but they really think they can't do it, that they're not good enough to do it. And most of the time when I'd get a co-angler, first time co-angler in the back of my boat, they were way, way better than they thought they were. And a lot of times they kicked my butt out of the back of the boat. We got one, I don't know if she's come up yet, Pamela Harwarda. She was one of my first partners, first tournament she had. And that's been maybe 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And she's awesome now, but she has went out and she's tried to learn as much as she can. And I mean, she's really good, but that's how you get started. All these little girls and stuff, do the youth thing, the high school, the college. You got so much more to do, to learn from, that I spent tons and tons and tons of hours on the water. And now they can get it off the internet. They know more than what I've done just by watching videos and going to look at schools, the classes and stuff, and then they come out here and take the use. Plus they're electronic wizards. I'm not too much on that stuff.
But you work at Precision Sonar, one of our sponsors.
Yeah, I should have said that, should I?
You do line or the motor leashes and stuff though, right?
Yeah, we know how to mount your electronics. We build stuff to mount your electronics, the motor leash, the lithium batteries. Got lots of products to just trick your boat out and get everything on there good, safe, solid. You spend a lot of money on these electronics, and it breaks my heart when I'm riding down the lake 60 miles an hour. The electronics are just jumping around everywhere because they don't have a good mounting system on them. You get the Precision ones, and they're solid, rock solid. You got $10,000 worth of electronics on there, and they're flopping in the wind. You know, that's not good. But that's Precision Sonar. It's one of my sponsors, also my employer. High Tech Outdoors. They rig the boats. They got all kinds of accessories, tackle, clothing, all that. They've been my sponsor since I started. And of course my family and stuff at home. All these people here sitting over here in the shade. There's not too many out here in the sun. Thanks for being here.
Awesome. Well, you're currently leading. We'll see how you hold up. Give her a round of applause. Lisa Johnson coming up. She's got 5. Here she comes. She's got 5 fish. 1496, 1496. Brand new big fish of the week, 5.7 on that fish, 5.7. All right, 5.7 on there. Let's slide you over here so the cameras can see you, and all your fans back home, you know the deal. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Everybody out here, Mike, thanks for taking care of everything for me. Jeff and Allison, great to see y'all. Thanks for coming down. Mike Baxter, good to see y'all. Everybody out, thanks for all the support. God bless and roll tide.
Roll Tide. You're currently in second place, Lisa, with 24.50 two-day total there. Next up, Miss Christine Fisher, come on up. She's got a limit. She needs 23.03 to take the lead. 15.75, 15.75 on that bag. I think that's going to be enough to cash a check at least. That bumps you up into third place. Right over here. All right, third place, two-day total, $25.99. You gave away an entry to Kate Perkins to come fish here. You finally decided to jump in as a boater after you after you got your boat. What was it like to fish LBAA, and what would you like to talk about?
Oh my goodness. Well, I made a ton of mistakes, and I figured I was going to. This is so new to me, and I learned a lot, and all I want to talk about. I had a lot of fun. My main priority is to help my co-anglers have a good time. All the fishing, all that'll come later, but really what I want to talk about is just how incredible this experience was. Pam Horn, Cheryl, Marcella, so many of these gals, I can't even explain how welcoming they were. And honestly, what I want to say is that there's a lot of, you can be a good ambassador of the sport and not have to do well at tournaments. I saw a lot of the gals discouraged. They weren't really catching them this week, but they were so dang nice to me and so welcoming to me. And in my eyes, that makes you a champion, and that makes you a great ambassador of the sport, is welcoming new women into this and really just making them feel right at home. So I really am just overwhelmed by how these women were just great all week.
We had a nice 2 or 3 hour long conversation that one day when we first talked about you possibly fishing this season with us, and that was one of the things we talked about. Originally, there's a lot of history out there, right? And originally we didn't know, or you've talked about it, you didn't know if there was really a need for all women's tours. And then after starting the women's, is it Fishing Federation?
Yes, I started.
You realized that there was a need for other stuff, and then that's when it kind of was a wake-up call that LBA would be a good fit for you?
Absolutely, yeah. I co-founded the Women's Fishing Federation about 5 years ago now, and like I said before that, I didn't know, like, why was there a women's tour? And it wasn't until I stepped back and listened to all the women that were at my seminar and heard about the barriers that they were up against, the obstacles, and how some of the boaters in the big tournaments didn't treat them that well. And that kind of opened my eyes, and then I was like, man, I got to jump in one of these because it sounds amazing. It fosters community, and it helps women get more confidence out there. And like I said, in the opens, your boater doesn't care what you want to do. They don't care if you don't like the flipper frog or don't have that rigged up. You're literally on your own out there, and I love this because my codes were my main priority over anything else, and I feel like a lot of the other ladies do the same thing, and it's literally about helping everybody learn how to catch fish, how to be better out there, and get more confidence.
Awesome. Well, hopefully we'll see you next year on some of the 2025 stops, all right?
Yeah,
Thanks a lot for fishing with us.
Let me get the boat figured out first, and I'll come.
All right, so we'll see you next year, hopefully. All right, get that boat control figured out and everything, and thanks a lot for being a good ambassador to the sport. We need a lot more ambassadors in this sport. So, and Carmichael coming to the scales from not going to fish a bunch this year to weighing in another limit. Put him up there. She needs 21 pounds to overtake the lead. She's got a decent bag there. It's probably not going to be 21. Good bag though. 15-14, 15-14. Give Miss Ann a round of applause. All right, Miss Ann, you subbed as a co-angler at Toledo, helped fill a spot for a boat, was going to fish Bull Shoals, then you won Bull Shoals, then you went to Table Rock, had a decent finish there, and now another decent finish here at Guntersville. So what happened this season?
Well, it kind of snowballed. It just became addicting. When I won Bull Shoals, it was like, I got to keep going, especially when I saw that I was fourth in the point standing. So
It's going to be interesting to figure that out. I'm going to have Steve drive for a little bit on the way home so I can post that as quick as possible. What would it be like if you were able to pull off AOY?
Dream come true.
Well, first the win was a dream come true. Now AOY could be a possibility, and you're going to get to fish the Classic, right?
Yes, my husband agreed. Actually, I think it's my anniversary gift from him to allow me to fish the Classic over our anniversary. So, Rick.
All right, everybody in the crowd give Rick a round of applause. It's probably watching back home for letting Ann come fish the Classic as an anniversary gift. All right, we'll see you, Graham. We'll let you know how you shape up, all right? All right, next up, Heather Broom coming to the scales. She was yesterday's leader. She only needs a pound to get back in the lead. £1.69 to overtake Miss Monica Altman there. Looks like it's going to be done easily. Oop, come on, save. All right, 13.54, your brand new leader. Your brand new leader is Miss Heather Broom. A little over 33 pounds, forgot what it was now that I can't see my screen, but you're leading. What was it like? You had a great practice, I do know that.
I did, I had a real good practice. So, real quick, I got on a shallow bite, and pretty much what I was doing, oddly enough, Leslie asked me a minute ago how I was doing this. So in a sense, I was sight fishing. If you get out on this lake and the sun gets high, you can see these, the holes in the eelgrass. and then that eelgrass, you're going to have shell, and that seemed to be holding the brown. And the bass were on the outside edge coming in to eat. So as I practiced that this week and kind of started figuring some stuff out, I got some new units. I got the perspective and forward face, and so one day it was cloudy and windy, and I got to messing out there, and I got to look, and I'm like, you know, I can see these ditches on it, and I can see these black holes, and each of these holes had bass in them, the wild spots. So I just started targeting. I was just flipping a worm, and I'm a speed worm, Texas rig style, and it was patient, and it was just slow and monotonous, but they'd eat it.
So hubby helping you go get it, making sure you got a new boat, a new truck, Toyota, right? You signed up for Toyota bonus bucks? All right, so she's leading the tournament. She signed up for Toyota bonus bucks. That's a good time to buy a Toyota.
Worked out, doesn't it?
Hopefully. All right, well, hopefully we'll see you back up here in a few minutes, all right?